The clock in the river. In the small riverside town of Merin, there was a strange old clock tower that leaned ever so slightly toward the water. No one wound it anymore. Yet its hands always moved, never telling the right time, but never stopping either. The townsfolk avoided talking about it, but children whispered that the river had a voice, and the clock was its heartbeat. One summer evening, 16-year-old Lyra sat by the riverbank sketching the tower. She noticed something unusual. The minute hand was moving backward. Frowning, she glanced at the reflection in the water, and there the clock appeared perfectly correct. Curious, she dipped her hand into the cool current. The world blurred. When her vision cleared, she found herself standing on the same riverbank, but the town was different. The buildings were newer, the air smelled of wood smoke, and the tower stood perfectly upright. A man in a leather apron hurried past, carrying clock gears under his arm. You shouldn't linger by the water when it's speaking, he warned. It'll pull you where it wants. It took Lyra hours to understand she was 50 years in the past. The man was the clockmaker, Rowan Merin, the very one the town was named after. He spoke of building the tower as a promise to protect the river, a living spirit he claimed had saved the town from a devastating flood long ago. But Rowan was worried. The river's heartbeat was weakening. He said if it stopped, the river would rage and the town would vanish. The only way to keep it alive was to give it a moment worth guarding. Without fully knowing why, Lyra removed the silver pendant her mother had given her, the one she wore since she could remember. Rowan placed it inside the clock's heart, whispering words in a language she didn't know. The tower shuddered, the river glowed faintly, and a warm wind rushed through the square. The moment blurred again. Lyra gasped she was back in her own time. The tower still leaned, still ticked wrong, but now the river's reflection showed a faint silver glint in the clock's center. She touched her neck, the pendant was gone. Some nights, when the moonlight hits the water, she swears she hears a deep, steady heartbeat in the current, and she knows the river remembers her gift.